This was not one of my better days. I did the best I could there in realism. I think it was I forget what kind of fish that was, but anyway, they I did get some of that in my mouth. We cut out a little piece so I didn't have to get a whole chunk of fish in there, but and they kind of stuffed it with. They took out a piece and then stuffed it with bagel or something. But I got to tell you, the juices got all over the bagel, and um, I got that piece of bagel in my mouth with raw fish juice. I could barely talk. I got through the scene though. As a matter of fact, I think it's coming up. There's some point where I've got this chunk of bagel in the side of my cheek, and there's no way I'm swallowing it, and I'm just waiting for the end of the scene to spit it out. Right there. There's bagel in my cheek. I think, as a matter of fact, something was not quite right, or could have been better. And Lloyd asked if we could do it again, if I could do it again, and I said, "You sure that one wasn't good enough?" Susan Bion, I believe she was Bion in New York. Now she's Bion in California. She's a great gal. She was very right for this part. I think this was her first picture. She did a very good job. This, I believe, this scene was you might say, my directorial debut. Lloyd was very good about listening to us as actors, and since we were working together so much, I had an idea of the way this scene could go, and I liked the that interrogation room thing with the light and all that, and the window and the shadows and the smoke, and he always had final say, but he would always listen, and this was I think my idea of how to go about this, and he was busy on something in the other room, and he said, "All right, put it together, and I'll come back and see how it looks," and he did, and he liked it, so that's my claim to fame and direction here. Hi, this is Rick Gianasi, um, also known as Harry Griswold, Sgt Kabukiman, and welcome to the DVD version of Sgt Kabukiman NYPD. This movie was a lot of fun to make. I have a lot of fun watching it. I've seen it, who knows, 50 times, and I hope to see it again, many more. Gosh, we did this movie a couple of years back now, and it's finally it's played all over the world. I know I've been in Italy shooting other stuff, and have had people recognize me from Kabukiman. I got this part. I had about 9 auditions, callbacks as we call them in the business. They started out just from doing the scenes here and there. Then they called me back another day to work with the special effects guy, see if I can handle putting on this makeup and such, and then another callback with the stunt guy to see if I can do the physical activities needed in this film. So it was a long process in getting the movie, the longest I've ever had, to the point where I almost thought, at one point I said, if they call me back one more time, I'm going to tell them to take a hike. And then it turned out to be my last and final interview with Lloyd, who tried to talk me out of doing the movie. Basically, he tried to frighten me, to let me know what working with Troma is going to be like, and it's not going to be like anything I've ever done before. Um, and the long hours and little pay and strenuous activity and verbal torture from Lloyd himself. The verbal abuse and physical abuse, and I probably need a psychiatrist when the film is done. But in the end, I thought, I'm tough, I can take it, and it worked out. We had a great time doing it. Lloyd was, he's a genius. He's one of the unknown geniuses in this business. And I shouldn't say unknown. He's well known to the followers of Troma films, actually, and other people. Let's put it this way, by Hollywood standards, he's not as known as he should be. But I'm glad I know him. And Michael Hertz, so he was, he wasn't around on set mostly. He was more like the voice of Oz. I'd always hear his voice from The Office, or from a message from someone that he was always there somewhere. And I had a great time with the cast. We all had a ball. It wasn't as bad of a deal as Lloyd hyped it up to be, as far as torture goes. And they took care of us. And I hope to work with Troma again, and I will. This clown suit was absolutely great. Once again, everything in Troma was, more is better. In other movies sometimes, or actors will always say less is more, and that's not the way with Troma. More is better. And I remember that clown suit. I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't know it was going to be so big, and I thought, oh my goodness, how am I going to even move around in this thing? But as soon as I put it on and we went through this scene, I thought, this is great. More is better. There were so many times like this where stuff wasn't in the script, like the shield ricocheting bullets and what have you, where I would just show up and, I'd get on set and Lloyd would hand me this thing and say, okay, this is what we're going to do. And this will ricochet bullets, and, let's work something out here. There's so many ideas going on and things going on that were spur of the moment. They were spur of the moment to me and the other actors, but all in Lloyd's head at the start. This scene right here, before the ASPCA or Kim Basinger knocks on Troma's door, everybody's okay, no animals were hurt. But while I was sitting there with the monkey on the floor, the lion, who knows the monkey very well apparently, the trainer holding the lion makes a lunge for the monkey and tackles him to the ground, pins him to the ground. It was very traumatic at the moment. Everything turned out okay, but I gotta tell you, it took 5 years off my life. Now I hear the monkey and the lion are married, living in Africa somewhere. Having gotten the part, the lead role in the movie, I used the power that I had, little that it may be, to try and get some of my friends into the movie. And none of them talk to me anymore. They had the limousine driver. She was a friend of mine, Lydia Limos. And Lloyd let her, gave her a little appearance in the film and for the use of her limo. And a girlfriend at the time, she was in the movie, and other friends, Danny, Mike, little various parts here and there, little cameo shots. Which turned out one of them, pinned to a tree by chopsticks. The other one was vomited on from 30,000 feet. They, like I said, they all were friends of mine. So if anyone out there ever gets a Troma movie, don't bring your friends in, because it's not easy. It won't be easy on them. I can remember one funny thing that happened during this. Right behind me there is the boom guy with the mic, and I'm sure it was an accident. He bumped me once or twice, and we had to stop. I said, "Hey, knock it off." And it was definitely an accident. He just got a little too close. Maybe he wasn't watching what he was doing. Love scenes are funny. Picture this, Lloyd on the side there, right? All right, flip her over. Flip him over. All right, now that's it. Move your hair out of the way. So it wasn't as romantic as it might look right now.